Aboard the mighty Nimitz-class aircraft carrier USS Carl Vinson, CVN-70, the power and precision of U.S. Navy aviation unfold in non-stop motion. On the expansive flight deck, jets and helicopters launch and land in seamless coordination. F divided by -18E Super Hornets roar off the catapults. F-35C Lightning II stealth fighters descend with tailhooks engaged, and MH-60S Sea Hawks lift off into the horizon. Sailors and It seemed like a fatal accident, but thanks to the quick response, down. If they catch one of the 3 or 4 arresting wires, the extra power allows them to continue down the angle flight deck and take off again. This for another landing attempt. However, early aircraft carriers emergency flight deck barriers were installed at the end of the landing area. These barriers, about could be moved to the parking area. If something went wrong, such as a broken tailhook, the barriers were crucial in preventing crashes into the crew or parked planes. While they help reduce accidents, they often resulted in significant damage to aircraft. Despite these precautions, barrier wires were not always enough to stop an aircraft completely. Color-coded uniforms move with speed and purpose, guiding aircraft, checking systems, and keeping the high-tempo flight operations safe and efficient. Steam rises from the catapults as jets accelerate into the sky, followed closely by another aircraft recovering aboard the ship. A Marine Corps MV-22 Osprey transitions from vertical lift to forward flight, showcasing the versatility of carrier-based operations. Reconnaissance aircraft and helicopters operate alongside fighter jets, contributing to the mission of the Carl Vinson Carrier Strike Group. Every landing, every launch is a carefully choreographed effort by the flight deck crew. The rhythm of operations continues through day and night, driven by professionalism, precision, and teamwork. USS Carl Vinson, the Navy's 3rd Nimitz-class supercarrier, carries with her a legacy of strength and readiness. Named in honor of Congressman Carl Vinson for his decades of support for the U.S. Navy, this floating over the years, barricades have saved countless lives, making when the moment comes, having a barricade in place can mean the difference between disaster and survival. And, at times, even fires. The flight deck crew was also at risk, as the tension wires could snap and cause injuries. Successfully rescued by helicopter after a failed arrestment. Over time, barrier wires were replaced with barricade netting, which functions similarly to a tennis net. The modern barricade emergency recovery system includes multiple engagement straps, standing approximately 20 feet high. And engagement straps catch the aircraft, transferring the load to the barricade or landing gear malfunctions. A well-trained crew can set up the usually stowed away and is only rigged in emergencies, such as when a tail hook communication from the crew during these landings, making quick adjustments in real rare. They still happen occasionally, and all American aircraft carry significant damage to the aircraft, but they are far better than the alternative, making them an invaluable part of carrier operations, though no one hopes to need them. Of flight deck crew, he was pulled out alive, and the fire was swiftly extinguished. Incredibly, just 6 months later, Captain Duncan was back to flying and eventually pursued a career as a lawyer. Today, standard operating procedures require pilots to apply full throttle upon touch. The aircraft comes to a complete stop. Otherwise, the maneuver is known as a bolter, and the aircraft will then circle around. Had a flat-top design, meaning planes landed directly in front of airbase plays a vital role in projecting American power across the globe, above the open ocean, surrounded by the noise of jet engines and the wind of rotor blades. This is where naval aviation comes alive, where every takeoff and landing reaffirms the commitment and capability of those who serve aboard her.